Dear Grace, how's prison? Wish I knew how many days you're going to be in there, so I can plan on how many days I'm going to have to read this so-called news to you and the other prisoners. Good news. We are now the #1 app downloaded by female prisoners worldwide. And the name of our app, Grace, which I'm about to come up with on the spot. Try not to make it too corny. We'll call it Lieberry. Lieberry. And I'll go back and re-record everything and change my name from David to Barry. Sound good, Grace? Living in the future. Back at the library, but today's commentary should be completely different since it's raining and there's nobody here. And the only place to sit at the library outside and get Wi-Fi is in the back where the bums shoot up crack. I'm not sure if they don't shoot up crack. They're not bums. Just like me, except for they don't have a room. I spend my money on my room. I spend their money on their whatever to get through the day, Grace. So that's where I'm sitting. There's a sign that says video camera in operation, trying to intimidate me. Police station across the road. You can hear the road noise. August 14, 2025, Zelensky rejects Trump's idea of swapping land with Russia, insists Kiev be part of talks. Little shit. You hear that? I dropped the phone first time. All these episodes, my first mic drop. Grace. BC wildfires still burning away. Unfortunately, Croc, if you ask it for 100, you'll get about 50 to 60 news stories. So I still got to do some blind scrolling to find something interesting for you, Grace. You and your prison cohorts. Marvel Zombies premieres early on Disney. Guessing you don't have Disney Plus in prison, Grace? Yes, I'm going to talk about prison every single time, every single story. So it drives you nuts. And you find a way to escape. Pistachios in your pantry? What experts say you should do amid a salmonella recall. I wouldn't worry about it. Not afraid of salmonella. Probably should be, but what's the worst that can happen? Thief takes car on dangerous joyride after finding it unattended in Vancouver. Prison summary. Grace, some idiot in Vancouver left their car running and got it jacked. Guess you're not the only one stuck in a bad spot. As you can see, Grok is no funnier today than it was yesterday, but it's trying. Ancient viral DNA may play a key role in early human development, new study suggests. Researchers have discovered that ancient viral DNA, long considered junk in the human genome, may be crucial for early embryonic development. No shit, Sherlock. Just like the physicists, they don't know what it's used for. It can't be part of their mentality. Or magic bullets. Physicists, magic bullets. Dark matter and dark energy. It's like a western carrying two guns, two 6-shooters, Grace. One full of dark matter bullets and one full of dark energy bullets. Everyone says, yeah, that math seems a little weird. Just shot with either dark matter or dark energy, or both, depending on the situation in the galaxy. If we do have a podcast, Grace, I doubt any scientist would ever come on it. Which is good for us. Let's get funny people. Air Canada flight attendants could strike next week. Here's what you need to know. Don't need to know anything. I'm not going anywhere, are you, Grace? No, I didn't think so. Jen Powell breaks MLB gender barrier as first female umpire to work regular season game. Jen Powell breaks MLB's gender barrier. Significant step towards general gender equality in sports. That has nothing to do with equality, it's the umpire. I think even Grok to figure that one out. US $7,000 worth of La Boo dolls stolen from Los Angeles store, authorities say. I guess this is some big thing in the real world, Grace. Probably haven't heard about this in prison. Some doll, I don't know, it's like a Cabbage Patch Kid or something. A Los Angeles store was hit by thieves who stole several $1,000 worth of La Boo Doo dolls. Quirky collectibles popular among toy enthusiasts. The heist has baffled police who are searching for leads, while the store owner laments the loss of these high-demand items. The incident has sparked online debates about the value of niche collectibles and the lengths people will go to acquire them. The U.S. increases duties on Canadian softwood lumber, bringing total to more than 35%. Grace, the U.S. is taxing our lumber like gold. Good thing your cell's not made of wood, eh? Nice little Canadian reference. Nova Scotia, father and son share toys with community car library. In Nova Scotia, a father and son duo has launched a car library, lending out their extensive toy car collection to kids in their community. The initiative promotes sharing, creativity, and social bonds, earning praise from locals. The pair plans to expand the project, inspiring similar efforts elsewhere. It's making a heartwarming example of small acts making a big impact. And it's giving Nova Scotia residents something to talk about other than not being able to walk in the woods. Maybe they should all just play with toys in the backyard. Might be better for their mental health anyways. Grok really wants you out of prison, Grace. So do I. Here's what Grok thinks. Grace, a dad and his kid are sharing toy cars. Too bad you can't borrow one to ram through those prison grates. That's technically inciting violence, Grok, and you should be arrested. Videographers struck gold capturing footage of giant Pacific octopus in Nanu's Bay, BC. Three myths about metabolism could be holding you back. A new report debunks 3 common metabolism myths: that it drastically slows with age, that specific foods can significantly speed it up, and that exercise alone can overhaul it. Experts clarify that lifestyle, muscle mass, and consistent habits play a bigger role in metabolic health than quick fixes. The findings aim to guide people towards evidence-based approaches fitness and weight management. That's going to be a tough one. Probably about 1,000 different things that affect metabolism. Try and correlate all that. Not even AI could do it for one person. But you put a couple million people in there and it could find a pattern. Grace. Montreal mini pig gets temporary reprieve from eviction. In Montreal, a woman's pet mini pig, Bacon, of course, narrowly escaped eviction after a legal battle with her landlord prompted by neighbor complaints. The court granted a temporary stay, allowing Bacon to remain while the case is reviewed. The story has sparked debates about pet policies in urban housing, with animal lovers rallying behind the pig's cause online. Grace, a pig named Bacon's dodging eviction in Montreal. Bet it's living better than you in that cell. That's just a mean crock. Trump says he'll meet Putin in Alaska. We told that yesterday. Early menopause linked to Alzheimer's risk, says scientists. Avoid the pause, Grace. Tell that to your fellow prison mates. Cocky a pepe a burro? Recipe draws ire for adding ingredients. People are bad about recipes. Grace, Italians are losing it over butter in their pasta. Kind of like you'd lose it over mystery meat in a chow hall. I fucked this one up yesterday, Grace, so I'm going to try and be more professional in my broadcasting and my newscasting. Victoria Mabuko advances to final at National Bank Open in thrilling fashion, showcasing her rising star status in Canadian tennis. Who's the last famous Canadian tennis player, Grace? No fucking clue. Israel faces growing condemnation over military expansion in Gaza. Brock, tell me who the last famous Canadian tennis player was, is, or will ever be. Stored in Canada, owned in the US. Sovereignty concerns grow over health data. Canadian Health stored in US-owned cloud services spark worries about privacy violations. I'd just be worried about what format they're stored in. You know, they encrypt, it's not a big deal. Until I get my quantum computer, then you're all screwed. High cost of living has more people collecting cans for cash. Vancouver's soaring cost of living has driven more residents to collect cans and bottles for recycling cash, reflecting economic pressures and growing income inequality. The trend, observed in downtown areas, highlights the struggles of low-income individuals amid high rising expenses. Community groups are advocating for broader solutions like increased social support to address the root causes of financial hardship. Greece, Vancouver folks are scavenging cans for cash. Guess you're lucky your prison gig doesn't charge for slop. I'll admit, Grace, on the day I take my cans back, if there's a couple sitting on top of the recycling bin that aren't mine, I'll take them. 20 cents is 20 cents. And if I can get 10 of them, that's enough for a package of candy. Today's candy selection was a chocolate bar and Nordic berries. Now they can do with that slight soap taste. I really should build this as an app and just link it to my podcast feed. Tom Hanks pays tribute to Apollo 13 Commander Jude Lovell after his death. Video shows water gushing from broken slide aboard Royal Caribbean cruise, injuring one guest. Water slide on a cruise ship. Grace, a cruise slide broke and soaked everyone. Kind of like your shower time, but less screaming. Okay, Grog. Probably should pre-read these before I read them. I haven't figured out yet. Grace. If it's David, I say Grace at the end. If it's Grok, he says Grace at the beginning. It's like he's my alter ego. And I'm smarter. Neuralink's second human implant shows improved motor control. Neuralink's second human trial involving a brain implant has shown promising results in helping a paralyzed patient regain motor control. The technology, backed by Elon Musk, aims to connect the brain to devices for tasks like controlling prosthetics or computers. While early data is encouraging, experts caution the long-term safety and scalability remain challenges. Grace, Neuralink's wiring brains to move stuff. Bet you use it to flip off the guards without lifting a finger. I think Grok's going to keep you in there permanently. How about Grok? She could use it to telepathically communicate with me. And then wouldn't have to record an hour a day outside in the rain, sitting on some cold concrete step, freezing my perfect little ass off. Grok. Read this yesterday, but I'm going to do it again just because I'm still pissed in Nova Scotia. Community rallies to save stranded whale in Nova Scotia. Residents and marine experts in Nova Scotia stopped bitching about not being able to walk into the forest for one day and banded together to rescue a stranded humpback whale, successfully returning it to the sea. The heartwarming effort put a smile on their otherwise sad faces for not being able to walk into the forest because they're so used to walking in the forest. Also, the heartwarming effort involving local fishermen and volunteers has been celebrated as a win for community spirit and environmental stewardship and coming together and learning the importance of not bitching and complaining that you can't go outside for 1 week. The whale survival underscores the importance of protecting marine wildlife amid growing threats. Yeah, threats created by us. Still sarcastic, Grace. Doing my best. Rising seas could put Easter Island's iconic statues at risk by 2080. 2080. You think we're gonna be around by 2080? Be water world by 2080. I'm not even gonna read that report. A bunch of repeats. Guy stealing 1,000 chopsticks. 500 million for horrible housing. ND fiance. God damn it, Grok, you suck. I already asked to go with the hell. Italian village adopts stray cat as honorary mayor. In a heartwarming move, the Tucson, village of Borgo San Lorenzo elected Luna, a beloved stray cat, as honorary mayor after she became a local icon for uniting residents. Luna gets free meals and a custom collar, while the village has seen tourism boost from her fame. The story has charmed social media worldwide. So why was she stray in the first place? So they're all mean to the cat, but one day they're like, let's make this cat work for us. Singapore trials robot baristas in cafes. Can't tell if this is new or not. Thai farmer trains chicken to play piano. A Thai farmer in Chiang Mai, M-A-I. Name of one of my movies, may I? Just saying, Grace. A Thai farmer in Mai has taught his chickens to peck out basic melodies on a piano, creating a viral sensation on social media. The unusual talent show has drawn tourists to his farm, boosting his income. Animal behaviors are studying the feat, which could reveal insights into avian intelligence. Yes, because it'd be so hard to teach a fucking chicken to do that. No wonder I hate scientists. Well, technically animal behaviorists in this case. But I'll bet you they all call themselves scientists. What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm an animal behaviorist. Oh, what's that? It's a scientist. Saw that joke coming a mile away, Grace. What about you? Montreal launches free bike sharing for low-income residents. I think it was Vancouver did that yesterday. Antarctic ice melt accelerates, threatening coastal cities. Posing a severe threat to coastal cities by 2100. Wow. This report stops 75 years in the future. Or ask Rock for any news story you could find. South Korean startup launches edible coffee cups. A Seoul-based startup is gaining traction with its edible coffee cups, made from rice flour and designed to replace disposable plastics. The cups, which taste like mild crackers, are being tested in cafes across Asia. The innovation could reduce waste, but faces hurdles in cost and scalability. And who the fuck's gonna eat their coffee cup after they drank it? Grace. Green tea extract may lower diabetes risk, says study says. Grace, green tea might keep diabetes away. Swap your prison coffee for it, if they let you. Scottish town hosts annual haggis hurling competition. Did that 1 days ago. Laughter therapy boosts mood in elderly, study finds. Researchers in Singapore found that structured laughter therapy sessions involving group exercises and humor improve mental health and social connection among seniors. The approach is gaining traction as a low-cost, non-invasive therapy with potential applications in care homes worldwide. No fucking kidding. Grace? Exactly what my movie, The Comedy Cult, is about. What the fuck do I know? Bollywood star Priyanka Chopra announces new film on women's rights. Grace, Priyanka's fighting for women's rights on screen, but you're the real boss in the prison yard. Somehow, Grace, I couldn't imagine you shanking someone. I can barely imagine you know what a shank is. Where would you put it? Probably just rip right through that sweater of yours, ruin it. Then you have to go back into your cell and knit another sweater. Or if you knit a secret pocket in your sweater, then you put the shank in there. And then you'll always be safe. Philippines rescues 200 stranded by Typhoon Karina. Typhoon Carina's flood stranded hundreds in the Philippines, with rescue operators saved over 200 people in Manila. Australian teen saves koala from busy highway. A Queensland teenager stopped traffic to rescue a koala stranded on the highway, safely relocating it to a nearby sanctuary. The act of bravery went viral, inspiring donations to the wildlife conservation efforts. The teen hopes for her story encourages others to protect Australians' native animals. I rescued a wallet off of the bridge the other day, Grace. Not quite the same as rescuing a koala. But there was a wallet on the road. The cars were driving by. And on that bridge, there wasn't much of a break. So I just sat there and waited till there was a semi that came by and slowed down the traffic. So I jumped out onto the bridge, grabbed the wallet, jumped back onto the sidewalk before the semi could run me over. And you know what was in that wallet, Grace? And since you know I can't lie, this has to be the truth. What was in that wallet? What a rude interruption. It's absolutely nothing except, you're gonna love this, Grace, except a library card to the very library I'm now sitting out behind like a drug addict, except for instead of doing drugs, I'm reading news to Grace. The Queensland teenager, blah 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 blah. India's IRSO launches satellite to monitor monsoons. French baker sets record for the longest baguette. Grace, a French dude baked a baguette longer than your cell block, but it's tastier than prison toast. What will be interesting is once you can actually have grok hooked up to basically a live feed of the prison and watching everyone's behavior, then maybe you could come up with a good joke or two. Toronto opens first women-only shelter for homeless youth. Toronto's new women-only shelter for homeless youth offers beds, counseling, and job training to support vulnerable young women. The initiative addresses rising homelessness among youth, with advocates praising its focus on gender-specific needs. Funding challenges remain, but the shelter is a step towards inclusive urban solutions. Rare deep-sea squid filmed off Japan's coast. Malaysian man claims pet python predicts weather. Malaysian man claims pet python predicts patterns in the weather. A Malaysian man claims his pet python's movements forecast rain or shine, gaining a small online following. Look at the world's smallest online following, Grace. You. Irish school kids raise funds to save local bookshop. Bookshop? Who wants to save a bookshop? Dublin school kids organized bake sales and readathons to raise €10,000 or pounds, saving a beloved independent bookshop facing financial ruin. The effort, led by 12-year-olds, has inspired other communities to support local businesses. The bookshop plans to honor the kids with a special reading corner. You teaching anyone how to read in prison, Grace? Yeah, that's my grok joke. Spanish. Can't really fucking that in a second. A Swedish man in Malmo has taught crows to pick up cigarette butts and small trash in a park, rewarding them with peanuts via a custom dispenser. The project, gaining local attention, reduces litter and showcases animals' intelligence. Environmentalists praise innovation, but some worry about the crow's long-term health. I mean, they're getting peanuts over whatever else they're finding, so a life of peanuts for a crow probably isn't that bad. Vietnam's coffee farmers adapt to climate change with new crops. Rising temperatures and erratic rainfall in Vietnam are forcing coffee farmers to plant avocado and durian, which are more resilient to climate shifts. The transition is boosting local economies but faces challenges like market volatility and retaining needs. The shift highlights broader climate adaptation efforts in agriculture. Maybe we can just assume that in Agriculture 101, maybe every university professor, the first day class could put on the board, climate changes over time, so should your crops. Idiots. Not sure if I read this or not. Polish grandma teaches village kids to code. A village near Krakow, a retired teacher turning coding guru is giving free programming lessons to kids using donated laptops. I could use a donated laptop right about now. The classes have inspired dozens to pursue tech careers, earning her a National Education Award. The initiative is a beacon of hope for rural education in Poland. All right. Took a small break. Finnish startup develops AI-powered hearing aid. That's interesting. You may have found an echo, Grace. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Victoria's urban farm grows food for homeless shelters. A Victoria-based urban farm is donating thousands of pounds of vegetables to local shelters, addressing food insecurity while promoting sustainable agriculture. Run by volunteers, the project has expanded with city grants and plans to teach farming skills to at-risk youth. It's a model for urban food equality. Australian drag queen wins reality TV crown. Queen Kong. Wow, that's a tough one. Queen Kong. If you're an Asian drag queen, I don't think you should name yourself Queen Kong. Spelled Kweenkong. I'm just saying. Grace. South Africa telescope detects new pulsar. The Meerkat radio telescope in South Africa identified a rare pulsar, a rapidly spinning neutron star, offering insights into cosmic magnetic fields and star death. The discovery, part of the Galactic Survey, could help refine models of stellar evolution. International astronomers, are collaborating to study its signals. Brazilian study links dancing to improve heart health. Researchers in Brazil discovered that weekly dance classes, from samba to ballroom, reduce blood pressure and boost cardiovascular health in seniors. The study involved 200 participants, suggesting dancing is a fun, accessible way to stay healthy. Doctors are now promoting it in community health programs. God damn, some of these stories are dumb. No shit. Exercise promotes health. Let's see if Croc can figure this one out. Grace, dancing is good for your ticker. Try samba on the cell block to keep your heart pumping. No, I don't want you dancing with... No dancing until you leave prison, Grace. Nepal bans TikTok over social harmony concerns. Nepal's government outlawed TikTok, arguing that the app's content promotes division and inappropriate behavior, particularly among youth. The decision follows similar bans in India and parts of Africa, sparking debates about free speech versus cultural preservation. Critics say enforcement will be challenged due to VPN use. And also because it's a stupid fucking idea. It's not the app. The app doesn't cause inappropriate behavior, it just records it for all time. And the Nepal government, if you're so worried about division and inappropriate behavior among youth, you'll find them something to do that they're interested in, like dancing in front of TikTok. Just saying. Grace, still pissy. Dutch couple lives in a windmill converted to home. The couple in the Netherlands has transformed a 200-year-old windmill into a modern home, attracting attention for its quirky charm. Calgary Zoo welcomes rare Amur tiger cubs. The Calgary Zoo announced the birth of 2 Amur tiger cubs, a boost for the conservation of this endangered species. Pet therapy reduces stress in Hong Kong students. A Hong Kong study shows that pet therapy sessions significantly lower stress and anxiety in university students facing academic pressure. Again, stating the obvious. Malaysian startup turns coconut shells into eco-friendly charcoal. A Kuala Lumpur-based startup is transforming discarded coconut shells into high-quality charcoal, cutting deforestation and waste. Ghanaian teacher builds a library with recycled materials. A teacher in rural Ghana has built a community library using recycled bottles and tires, providing books for local children. How do you make books from recycled bottles and tires? That's a joke, Grace, in case you didn't get it. New Zealand scientists study penguin waddle for robot design. A team at the University of Canterbury is studying how emperor penguins waddle on ice to design more stable robots for extreme environments. The research, funded by a national grant, could enhance robotics for exploration in Antarctica and beyond. Early prototypes are showing promise. Yep, that's what we need. Robots in Antarctica. I'll help. It's not going to help this next country. Ethiopia opens Africa's largest solar farm. Ethiopia has launched a massive solar farm, the largest in Africa, to boost renewable energy and reduce reliance on hydropower. New solar farm with a capacity of 500 megawatts, or MW capital, whatever the fuck that is, Grace. If I learn one thing new in this podcast, it better be what all these watts mean. What the fuck is a megawatt? Icelandic choir sings to volcano to calm it. An Icelandic choir performed a traditional song near an active volcano, claiming it could soothe the geological giant. What do you think about that, scientists? Korean fermented food linked to gut health boost. Vancouver artist turns trash into street sculptures. The Vancouver artist is transforming discarded plastic into vibrant street sculptures, raising awareness about urban waste. Sorry, bud, it's been done before. Nigerian Afrobeat star drops surprise album. Read that one slowly. Afrobeat sensation Burna Boy released a surprise album, thrilling fans with new tracks blending African rhythms and global sounds. Art therapy helps refugees cope with trauma in Greece. In Athens, a non-profit is offering art therapy to refugees, allowing them to express experience of displacement and war. The program has shown measurable reductions in anxiety and PTSD symptoms, with our participants creating exhibits to share their stories. It's gaining attention as a model for mental health support. Otherwise known as keeping busy. Thai company launches bamboo-based packaging. The Thai startup has developed biodegradable packaging from bamboo aimed to replace plastic in the food industry. Peru's indigenous women lead Peru's indigenous women lead reforestation efforts. In Peru's Amazon, indigenous women are planting thousands of trees to restore degraded forests, funded by international NGOs. The initiative preserves biodiversity, supports local livelihoods, and empowers women in traditionally male-led communities. Challenges include illegal logging and limited resources. Just send me $1 a day, Grace. That's all I'm asking. Unless you can't afford it, then don't bother. But trick one of your cellmates into sending me $2. I know you can do that, Grace. Kenyan runner adopts stray dogs after marathon. Austrian village hosts annual pumpkin carving contest. A little early. Malaysian coral reef shows sign of recovery. Palestinian female prisoners face harsh conditions in Daman prison. The prisoners' media office reports that female prisoners in Israeli's Daman prison are enduring severe violations, including strip searches, threats of sexual assault, and confiscation of religious clothing. I hope your prison cell in Canada is a lot better, Grace. If it isn't, by all means, let me know. India's Andhra Pradesh jail launches sanitary napkin unit for female inmates. A new sanitary napkin production unit at Visakhapatnam Central's jail. Women's block will supply menstrual products to female prisoners across the state, improving hygiene access. I'm assuming you got free stuff like that in jail, prison, Grace? Free at the library. I want me to send you some. Venezuelan activist released from women's prison amid protests. Martha Leah Gradjali's co-director of NGO Surreties was detained on August 8th in Venezuela's INOF women's prison for protesting outside the UN offices of Caracas. Charged with incitement and conspiracy, her release on August 12th followed pressures from UN and activist groups. The case highlights the plight of over 800 political prisoners in Venezuela, with women facing harsh conditions in facilities like INOF. Her ongoing trial keeps her under invisible shackles, per local reports. Why didn't you get a ankle bracelet, Grace? What did you do that has you in prison instead of house arrest? Just curious. UN women's prison sees spike in self-harm amid healthcare failures. HMB Bronzeville in the UK reports record high self-harm rates among female inmates, with 2 deaths in days, raising alarms about mental health support. Oh no shit, they're in prison. And talk about an opportunity for AI and therapists. You, Grace, and all your prison pals, you could do what I talked about. Fill up AI with data in between listening to my podcast. And then do some studies on that. So at least when they get out of prison, or when you get out of prison, Grace, you're not batshit crazy. U.S. prisons face menstrual care crisis for incarcerated women. A new report highlights ongoing barriers to menstrual care for women in U.S. prisons, with inadequate supplies access causing health risks. Last 5 stories I asked Rock specifically for female prison stories, which coincidentally is also my Pornhub search. The question is, Grace, did you see that joke coming? Or did you see it going? Did you see that pun coming? "45 minutes. Good news is, should be lots of computers open. I won't have to sit beside any stinky guys. It's not hot out. Anyways, talk to you tomorrow, Driz.